This week I learned about corporate law, corporate management, uh, the nature of corporations. The law recognizes a corporation as a person. Corporations, however, do not have the privilege against self-incrimination. In any lawsuit, courts can require corporations to disclose incriminating document even if they uh, implicate the officers or directors of the business. Uh, there is a concept of corporate veil. This veil is a legal concept that separates a corporation from the shareholders and protects them from being personally liable for the debts of the corporation. Unlike a sole proprietorship or general partnership in which the owners are always personally liable for the debts and obligations of the business, the corporation veil shields corporate owners from liability in many circumstances. In some cases, the court will pierce the corporate veil that divides the corporation from the people who or entities behind the corporate decisions. Corporate personnel, the first involves shareholders. These are the individuals or entities that purchase shares of stock in a corporation. These are the owners of the corporations. Shareholders elect a board of directors who manage the corporation. This board hires the corporate officers who run the day-to-day operations of the business. Tax. Corporate profits can be subject to double taxation. The company pays taxes on its profits. If the company pays out dividend, the shareholders must report that income to the IRS and pay the appropriate income tax. This is the major disadvantage of the corporate form. Types of corporations. There's closed corporations or C corps, which are corporations where the shares are held by a relatively few persons. These businesses typically operate as a partnership because the shareholders typically know each other and are often members of the same family. A S corp is a corporation that has elected to be taxed as a partnership. If a corporation receives S corp status, it can avoid taxes at the corporate level. Corporate organization. The first step in forming a corporation is to receive the corporate chapter. This document contains basic information about the corporation. Rights of shareholders. In a modern publicly held corporations, ownership and control are separated. The shareholders own the company through their ownership of its stocks, but power to manage is vested in the directors. Duties of directors and officers. So directors' main responsibilities include the following. To protect shareholders' investment, to select and remove officers, to delegate operating authority to the managers or other groups, and supervise the company as a whole. Liability of officers and directors. As a fiduciary of the corporation, the director owes his primary loyalty to the corporation and its stockholders. When there is a conflict between a director's personal interest and the interest of the corporation, he is legally bound to put the corporation's interest above his own. Shareholder meeting. Shareholder meetings must occur at least once a year. A corporation must notify its shareholders of the date, time, and place of the meetings at least 10 days in advance. Security Act of 1933. The Security Act governs the title's initial sale of stock by businesses. It was designed to create confidence in initial offerings by United States business following the stock market crash and economic turmoil of 1929. Inside trading, it occurs when individuals buy or sell securities on the basis of information that is not known to the public. Corporate directors and officers often have information that can affect the stock price. It is unlawful for corporate insiders and others with non-public information to take advantage of such information for their personal gain. This is what I studied this week. Thank you very much.